Good morning, Vietnam, and welcome back to another episode of the Keep Calm podcast. I'm, of course, as always, your host, Carmy, and today we're back. We're talking about some great things today, dudes. I'm really excited. Hopefully, you stay tuned for the whole episode. Third episode in. It's going pretty well, guys. You know, Keep Calm podcast is slowly growing. It's like a little child right now. And, you know, it's slowly growing up, and, you know, it's looking like a good baby. I don't really know where I was going with that. Look, let's just move on. But I just wanted to say, yeah, thank you guys for listening in. If you do, I do appreciate it. And yeah, anyway, let's go. It won't be a long episode today. As you can tell, I'm by myself. No one here to co-host with me. But that's okay. It's all good. We will be getting other people to join me in the future. Don't worry. I just found some time in my day to do this, so here we are. And plus, there's some really interesting things to talk about that I need to talk about right now. So, firstly, guys, we're gonna get in the Jake Paul and Ben Askren press conference happened today. Now, if you don't know what's going on there, Jake Paul, bit of a dickhead. No one really. I mean, he's a bit of a dickhead. But anyway, he's fighting Ben Askren, who I don't know much about, honestly. I'm fairly positive he was like a UFC guy. He was a UFC guy, but he's coming into boxing just to fight Jake Paul. I don't know if he's moved in and he's doing boxing, you know, consistently, or he's just doing it to fight Jake Paul. Now, nevertheless, he is fighting him, and there was a press conference overnight. And it's pretty interesting. I saw one little thing about it, and I was quite entertained, honestly. Let me see if I can get up for you. I'm gonna play it for you right now, because I did think it was quite funny. It was a question asked to Jake, about if his brother, Logan Paul, used to beat him up as a child. I think Ben Askren actually asked this question, so I'm gonna get it up for you right now. Here we go. Oh, hold on, one sec. Let me restart that. Okay, here we go. Listening, guys.
You ever whoop your ass when you were the little brother?
Silence.
That was a question, Jake. You're supposed to respond.
I just don't care about your questions.
Oh.
Okay. So I'll take that as he rubbed your face in the carpet on a weekly basis.
Oh. Hopefully
Yeah,
you can hear
sure,
this.
Ben.
Okay, that's about as much as I want to play. I don't know if you could hear that through the mic. I don't know. But yeah, basically, Ben Askren asked if Logan Paul rubbed his face in the carpet when he was younger, and Jake answered elegantly, "Ha ha 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 ha." Beautiful stuff there from Jake Paul. Yeah, if you can't tell already, he pisses me off. He just annoys me. Not a fan of him. I don't mind Logan Paul anymore. You know, he's at least entertaining. Jake Paul's just a little dickhead, as I said before. But yeah. So that's interesting that's happening. It's so crazy to me that Jake is going on this journey. Like, it's so weird, right? Like, it's just so random that he went from the whole KSI call out, fighting Deji, you know, telling KSI, as well as Logan did this as well, obviously, to fight their dad, Greg Paul, the man that loves to kiss young girls, to now fighting, like, actual people in, like, professional settings. You got bloody Snoop Dogg, you know, he's commentating on the fight, bro. Snoop Dogg, CTO, man. 420 God. Like, what? That's crazy to me. But yeah, so it's interesting to see this. It's really weird. He's just a dick. He just annoys me. His face just annoys me. But, you know, what can you do? It's just so crazy. What world do we live in? It's so random. Jake Paul is basically mainstream. It's just a crazy world. I don't know. I must sound like a boomer, but it's just weird. He just annoys me. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. I did happen to see, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there is footage of Ben Askren fighting, and I mean, the thing that I saw was a bit concerning, but I don't know if that was just to kind of, trick Jake, but it's a bit concerning watching and seeing how he was fighting. So hopefully Jake Paul does not win. I'm on Ben Askren's side the whole way. So yeah, I'm very interested to see how that goes. I just get nervous because Jake Paul's ego is, oh god, it just needs to be taken down a peg. Yeah, I'm looking at God, he's like pushing him and stuff all through the press conference. It's so weird. I don't know if it's just me, but I find press conferences so awkward, bro. So awkward. They're so, like, I mean, unless, I don't know, they just feel so, they feel so weird. Maybe I'm crazy. But they just, I don't know, I can't even explain it, but it's just, I don't know, I remember watching other press conferences. They're all just weird. It's just a constant battle. I mean, it's interesting and it's entertainment, but it's just also it just feels weird. It just doesn't, it's strange watching them. I just care about the fight most of the time. But the press conferences do help, of course, but I just find them weird. I don't know, I struggle watching them, especially like the YouTuber ones. Because it just seems like little kids sort of just arguing in a playground. What can I say? I've got no idea what I'm talking about. It's just my observations on everything. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. I'll be talking about this as it goes along. It's just so weird. Am I the only one? I don't know. It's just bizarre to me. Anyway, on to other news, guys. We're moving on. We've got here the new Suicide Squad trailer is out. Directed by James Gunn. This is so exciting to me. I mean, I don't know if you guys care at all, but I don't know. It looks pretty good. I'm excited. The trailer dropped. I watched the trailer this morning. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I was thinking of doing a reaction to it, but I just didn't really figure out the way to do it or find the time to do that. But nonetheless, here we are. We're here. Sorry, I just had to cut some stuff out then because some guy. Of course, we do this in the car, because we're weird like that. And some guy just parked so close to me, and now he's God, if this guy comes back, okay, sorry guys, sorry about all the interruptions. What a dickhead! He just doesn't know how to park, mate. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So yeah, James Gunn, Suicide Squad trailer came out today, and it looks really good. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the other Suicide Squad movie. I think it came out in it was 2014 or 2015, I think. No, maybe it wasn't. Oh god, I need to do my research. But anyway, that one, I've always thought this. The trailer was like 10 times better than the actual movie, and the soundtrack was, 20 times better than the actual movie. So I was really glad to see that they're doing it different, and they're kind of, in a way, I mean, it's technically a sequel because Harley Quinn and stuff's in it, but I'm considering it a complete rerun. And I'm excited for that because I think it'll be good, and I think James Gunn is a perfect sort of, guy to come in and fix it. Because I always look at this, right, like Guardians of the Galaxy, the other movie he directed, no one had heard of them as a superhero group, if you will, until the movie came out. And, now everyone knows it, and everyone loved that movie. It was one of the highest grossing Marvel films, and it was so good. One of the best ones that were made. So I think getting James Gunn onto this is a really good idea. I think he'll bring some sort of coolness to the movie and a sort of uniqueness that's needed. I just felt like the other Suicide Squad movie was just so boring and cliche and just sort of, it was just a stupid way of doing it. It was so boring. The characters were great. Don't get me wrong. The characters were great, but the actual plot was just so weak. It was such a letdown. So I'm excited to actually, get another one coming in. The trailer makes it look so groovy already. We got King Shark in there, who I'm sure is going to become a bit of a meme. He already kind of has. That's exciting to see. Harley Quinn's back, of course. Margot Robbie, the Queen. It's exciting stuff. I'm glad she's back in it. I don't know. I don't know. Will Smith as Deadshot was not in it in the trailer, but I don't know. I have a weird suspicion. I don't know what he's said in the past, but I have a suspicion he might come in it at some point. I don't know what's going to happen there, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, anyway, so it's exciting. The trailer did come out, so definitely check it out. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. I mean, I'm excited. I just get. I don't know. I get. I'm confident because James Gunn is directing it. Now, of course, he had his own controversies, and I was kicked off of Disney, which was so tragic. I don't actually know if he came back from that or not. See, clearly, I don't know much if you haven't figured that out. But I don't know if he ended up getting accepted back onto that because he had some old tweets that were clearly jokes, but they would anyway. We won't get into it, but I don't know. I think he might have come back, but if not, then that's a big loss for Disney. Like that's a big loss, dude. The Guardians of the Galaxy movies, man, they were great. They were so good. They were great. And him going to Suicide Squad, that's a big win for DC. So it's exciting. It's interesting. But I just can't wait. I'm just excited now that COVID's done. Well, it's not done, but now that it's like dying down, it's just good to have movies coming back out, man. It's like, God, like last year was so dull. There's no movies out. None of them. People that made them just struggled, didn't make as much money. It's just a horrible year for everything, but especially the films. And then especially when you look back at like 2019, which just had... I look at this as saying 2019 was probably one of the greatest years for movies in the 21st century. Like, it was a brilliant year. You know how people kind of look at 1994 as one of the greatest years? That was kind of when all kinds of films like Forrest Gump came out, Pulp Fiction. I believe, there was so many. Let me just search this up real quick, because it was seen as like a golden year. Every now and then you get those golden years, Was it 94 or was I thinking 95? I think I might have been thinking 95. Hold on, one sec, guys. I'm gonna fact check this. It was 94. It was 94. Like the 1994 movies. It was just such an iconic year. I mean, I wasn't alive, but looking back, some of them were great. They had, God damn, The Mask, Ace Ventura, bro. There was some great movies, man. Are they all 1994? I don't know. I'm kind of checking on this dodgy website. I'm hoping that's all correct. I don't know. Let me check. Dumb and Dumber, there were so many good movies. Anyway, if I'm wrong on that, I don't know, but I'm fairly sure, that was the year, the iconic year. But that being said, I do think that 2019 was one of those years as well. You look at all the films that came out that year, bro. You've got Parasite, you got Jojo Rabbit, you got 1914. God, what was there was some other good ones. Fairly sure Endgame came out in 2019, at the start of that year. Just an iconic year. There was just so many movies. And then to go from such a high to like such a low so quickly, it's just like, God damn, we really went from the top to the bottom. And it's like, I think we took it for granted. Because I don't know, looking back, it's just, I don't know, just look back at 2019. There were some good movies. The El Camino movie, the Breaking Bad movie came out, which was just so exciting. It's like, I think, John Wick 3 came out. Was that 2019? Damn, dude. Yeah, great movies. Knives Out, that was also amazing. Knives Out was like the whodunit classic little genre coming in to the modern times. It was great. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, how could I forget, bro? The King, Tarantino, man, brought us one of the great... I love him, and that was such a good movie. So entertaining to watch. Great ending, as always. And just entertaining to watch. I love just rewatching that movie for some reason. I don't know. It's just so weird. I just love the vibe of it. Tarantino's perfect at kind of getting the vibes right. But anyway, so it's really just been a weird shift to now go from 2019, which was so good, to 2020, which just had nothing, man. Like, in a way, thank God for like Netflix and thank God for streaming services, because otherwise, what would we do? Like, I don't know. It'd be so tragic. So, that's alright. But so 2021, it's looking up again. We got new movies sort of coming out or looking to come out, which is so exciting. I'm really excited for that. It's just, it feels like we're finally coming back to normalcy. But so I'm really keen to sort of, see what's coming out. I think there's that Nobody movie, which is coming out with Bob Odenkirk, who plays Saul Goodman in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, two really great shows. Obviously Breaking Bad's iconic. But if you have seen Breaking Bad, I really recommend Better Call Saul. It's so interesting. It's so different, but it gives off the same vibes, and it's so entertaining. So I do recommend it. But yeah, no, Bob Odenkirk, he's playing the main role in Nobody, I believe the name is, which is a sort of action movie, kind of like John Wick in a way. But I'm fairly positive it's sort of the premise of it is that he's not skilled or anything. He's just some normal guy. He's a nobody, right? So in a way, there is a difference because obviously John Wick was a crazy murderer, the boogeyman, Baba Yaga. But yeah, so that's exciting. So that's a good movie. They've got that. There's that Ryan Reynolds movie coming out too. The what's it called? What was it? Free Guy? Was it Free Guy? Hold on, let me check this. Hold on. What's it called? I think it's something like that, right? It's like kind of where he plays an NPC in a movie. Free Guy, yeah, Free Guy. So that there's been a release date for that, which I believe is sort of I think they pushed it back to sort of, I think it was November or October. But yeah, that looks good as well. That's exciting. It's an exciting movie. I like a unique movie like that. What else is coming out? I think Black Widow's been pushed, but is going to be coming out this year, so that's exciting. I don't know. Yeah, it just feels good. It's exciting to know that things are actually finally coming out. I mean, the interesting thing about Black Widow coming out is I think that'll also be available on Disney Plus. So you can go and watch it in cinemas, but it'll also be immediately available on Disney Plus. I'm fairly positive. So that's interesting. It's kind of crazy looking at how we're getting to an age now where like the theater and films and movie theaters are sort of like dying. I mean, I don't know. It's just so much easier to sit at home and watch a movie than it is to go out and buy a ticket. But I'm worried about that though, because I do enjoy going and watching a movie. I feel like the vibes are unparamount. So I don't think they'll die too, like, just yet. I feel like there's a certain difference between watching it at home and watching it at the movies. I think it's still an exciting experience. So I don't know, there's a lot of fear about that, but I personally think they'll be around for a bit longer. But it is crazy, to know that all these movies are sort of going to streaming services and platforms. Like, look at like The Irishman, right? Martin Scorsese, like that being only available on like Netflix. That's a crazy thing. That's a big movie. Strictly for Netflix. Like, it just, and if people like, another king, Martin, bro, my boy Martin, if he's putting movies on Netflix, then I think a lot of other people will start to do that too, because it's clearly the way of the future. But I don't know, it's just a worrying thing, because it's like, I don't know, it's easier and it's good, but, and especially in COVID, like, having movies released on Netflix and stuff is so much better, and, it's just the way to go, especially the last year. But yeah, so it's just going to be interesting to see how that goes. I can't believe this sort of episode has turned into sort of a movie analysis. Went from a bit of boxing to just movie stuff, but it's all good, guys. I mean, it wasn't going to be a long episode on this one, so I will probably end it here. That's all I pretty much had to say today. This was just a quick one, only 20 minutes, no co-host, so we're keeping it short and sweet. But yeah, guys, I hope you have a great day. Please comment anything if you have any thoughts. Hope you enjoyed what I was talking about. And yeah, I will see you in the next episode. So please now close your eyes and enjoy the beautiful outro music. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. See you guys.